EPAWA meteorologist Bobby Martich here with your outlook for April 9th, 2025. Welcome to Wild Weather Wednesday, brought to you by Pure Sight and Sound. The buds are out on the trees. The daffodils and tulips are poking out of the ground after their long winter rest. Well, yeah, we might get hit with snow, but that's a thing for Bobby at EPAWA to worry about. You, on the other hand, might be thinking that this is the time to start planning those outdoor projects for the spring. Outdoor kitchens, decks, patios, hardscaping, landscaping, pools. All of those projects go so much better with an incredible sound system from Pure Sight and Sound. Ed and his team will design an amazing sound system for you and will work together with your exterior pros for a great project. Whether you're partying, grilling, swimming, hot tubbing with friends, or just relaxing by yourself, you just want amazing sound now and next year and forever. And that's what Pure Sight and Sound delivers again and again and again. Call Ed at the phone number above me here in the video, 570-992-2992, or visit them on the web at puresightandsound.com. Call today and be sure to mention you heard it on EPAWA. They're Pure Sight and Sound Incorporated, proud sponsor of the Wednesday video forecast. Very cold start to the morning today. But today's going to be notably different from what we saw yesterday. Yesterday was just windy and it was cold. It's still going to be colder than average today. We saw this trough sitting over the region. You can see the trough line is sitting here like this. So we're still under the influence of a trough, but we don't have a pressure gradient wind. We don't have cold air advection related wind today. So wind is generally going to be northwest 5 to 10 today. Not a big deal. And temperatures won't be quite as cold. As you see above me on either side of 50 degrees. 48 to 52 is the spread across the region today with mostly sunny skies. And this time of year, when you have the sun out in full, 50 is like the new 60 kind of thing. It feels a lot warmer than it actually is, especially if there's no wind. And that's going to be the case today. And then we're going to have clouds increase overnight as this next system moves at us. And it looks like today, if you're going to enjoy sunshine, you're going to have to do it today because you're not going to see the sun for several days because we have the surface low moving toward us today is going to have a kind of a pseudo warm front with it at first. So there could be a few showers with that as it moves through. Don't expect a whole lot of showers for most of the area today, just parts of the area. And then once we get the overnight, again, a few isolated showers. The more concentrated area of rain is going to be here on Friday during the day, and that will go into at least Friday evening, if not the overnight. And then Saturday, you're back to the showery stuff again. Here's Saturday. Not a lot of precipitation on Saturday, so the concentration of this is going to be Friday and Friday night. And we can see that here on the NAM high-res future simulated radar. This is starting off with 6 o'clock in the morning today. So we already have, or I'm sorry, Thursday, not today. Today's mostly sunny. This is Thursday. So 6 o'clock in the morning on Thursday, I already see some showers in central PA. And yes, there is some blue in there. There might be some snow mixed in if it comes in early enough like it's showing here. But just some light showers here, maybe mixed with snow in the higher elevations going into Thursday morning. And then we get these showers throughout the day here, but they're just very light showers. Not a real overwhelming amount of rain here, just some light showers and persistent, and that's going to go through the evening hours, and you do see some blue here again as we get into the evening. The reason for that is we have an upper level low that's going to be moving toward the region. It's going to hold that, it's going to trap the low with the surface low over our area here for a little bit longer. We're just going to let it sit there. Once we get into the overnight, again, more showers, and again, higher elevation, some snow mixing in there. Probably not accumulating very well. As far as I saw, the temperatures are really not going to be supportive of anything sticking, but snow falling and snow sticking are two different things, obviously. So we'll see what happens with this, but it doesn't look like anything is going to be noteworthy with that. And then we get late in the overnight here. Do you see all this gathering down here across the southern areas? This is going to be the rainmaker here for Friday, and we have to go over to the 12-kilometer dam, which is the extended range beyond hour 60, which will take it to 84, another 24 hours. And we can see these periods of rain coming through here on Friday and Friday night. And you can see that right there. Even on Saturday morning, here's where it starts changing into just regular showers. But when you ever have an upper level low presence, it's going to be colder because the upper levels are very cold. Okay, so I do think we're going to be, tomorrow might be a degree or two higher on Thursday as that first system approaches. But then Friday and Saturday, I think we're going to be stuck in the 40s again with that upper level low influence over our region. And again, Saturday's not a tremendous amount of rain. It'll be most notable in the morning. And then we get it later in the day. It's just going to be light, intermittent, maybe some spotty drizzle or that kind of thing. So that's what we're dealing with here on Saturday. But there is still optimism that Sunday is okay. Now, this system's going to still be offshore. So because it's so close, you're still going to be over much of this area here, partly to mostly cloudy. as a result of that being in such close proximity, this area low pressure right here. So I don't think it's going to be, you might see some sun, but I just don't think it's going to be a whole lot here on Sunday. But because of this, how close this is offshore, well, maybe we'll get lucky and we get a little bit more sun than expected. That would be nice. But it looks like temperatures are going to rebound, still slightly below average here on Sunday, getting into the mid to upper 50s. And then once we get into early next week, then things are going to change. We have a nice southwesterly flow coming in here aloft. It's going to get some temperatures up and well into the 60s here on Monday. Maybe we make a run at 70 in some locations in that Monday, Tuesday time frame. But it does look like those 2 days are going to be quite warm again. But at that time, it's really only slightly above average. Okay, so normal highs for this time of year at that time are going to be between 60 and 65. So if you're like 68 to 70, that's only slightly above average, but it still will be a welcome change from what we're seeing this week, which is very much below average, and which was expected for a very long time in our long range outlook. So not a surprise, but we're gonna have to endure it, and it does look like that's only going to be a couple days in the beginning of next week where it's that warm. But it doesn't look like it's going to get too. Doesn't look like it's going to get too cold behind it. Okay, so it's not going to be. We're not going back to where we are now. It looks like we're going to be a little bit lower than the upper 60s near 70, but not back to near 50 or in the 40s or anything like that. But I do think this weekend, at least the start of the weekend, is going to start off damp and chilly. Same thing with the very end of the week on Friday, with temperature stuck in the 40 in many locations. I'm EPAWA meteorologist Bobby Martich. That is your outlook for April 9th, 2025. Have a great Wednesday.